What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I am the real Jussy of the Distorted Theorist, and today it got us saying two words: Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. That's right, the trailer for Beetlejuice just dropped, so you know your boy had to jump on and do a reaction for you guys. But before we get into any discussion or any of that, as always, if you want to support our channel, and we do appreciate it, if you would hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave a comment down below, because ladies and gentlemen, the first movie, Beetlejuice, Tim Burton's Beetlejuice, came out in 1988. You know how old I was? 0, because I wasn't born yet. But that doesn't mean I can't enjoy the lore and the whole, I guess, scope of what Beetlejuice did for cinema and how much of a cult following it has. Now, it's been a minute since I watched it. As I said, I wasn't born when it came out, so obviously I watched it somewhere along my, I guess, teenage years. But to see Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice, the eccentric, chaotic, that horror-embodied comedy, grotesque in many cases, was something to behold on a movie back then. It was edgy, you know, and people, it was just like confusing, but people were also enjoying it because it was just something that you didn't see before, and it was gross, and like it didn't jump scare you, but yet it had you creeping and crawling, and just so like, what is Tim Burton up to? Fast forward 36 years later, we're getting simply Beetlejuice. It works. It's Beetlejuice 2, whatever you want to call it. Michael Keaton's returning, Catherine O'Hara's returning, Winona Ryder is returning, and we're getting a little sprinkle of someone new in Jenna Ortega as Mrs. Dietz's daughter. So before I get into the trailer, I'm wondering, is Jenna Ortega's involvement because she was amazing in Wednesday? And yes, she was, so they brought her on then, or was this something already in the works? I don't really know. Maybe that's something you can comment about, but I don't want to talk about her performance yet. I want to get in and dive into what we're about to see and what just dropped. So let's get into the Beetlejuice trailer reaction right now. Let's get it. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Always help me grow the channel. We sing day! There she is. Bro, 36 years from the mind of Tim Burton. Winona. Catherine too! And they're showing everybody. Oh, I remember that. Bro, I just got chills, man. He's back.
The juice is loose.
2024 AD. Amazing. Oh, he still got it too. Bro, that was just a snippet. That was just a snippet. Oh man, I actually got little goosies there. That was... looks promising. Looks promising. Now, as you guys know, even... and this trailer reminded me of it actually for some reason, is that Beetlejuice, Michael Keaton's performance as, and the character himself, was not even in Beetlejuice, the original, that much, like 20 minutes of footage or something in the whole movie. So it makes me wonder, are they going to carry that trope, if you will, into this one? Or are we now going to, now that the character's established, sorry, are we going to get more Michael Keaton's Beetlejuice on screen and more of that enjoyment and more of that creepiness, and he looks immaculate in a position? Obviously, it's 36 years later, ladies and gentlemen, but makeup same, pristine, hair on point, costume with the stripes. I love that they're bringing in, Jenna Ortega. Like I said, ever since Wednesday, I mean, I never grew up watching the Addams Family, but when I seen this Wednesday, seen that she was performing as, seen that it looked good, Netflix had their hand on it. I usually trust them with things. Myself and my wife watched this series, loved it. I thought it was really cool. The story was great, kept you on your toes. and just the acting. So her being brought into what I'll classify as a similar genre, we'll call it somewhat, makes perfect sense. But again, I don't know if this was a choice that was made after the success of Wednesday, or was this something that was already in the works, such as, she was in Scream, so maybe they drew her from that a little bit. We did see Catherine O'Hara and Winona Ryder again reprising their roles. Haven't aged a day. Catherine O'Hara, you're still beautiful if you're watching this. And of course, Winona Ryder, I never grew up watching many things that she was in, but she did come back to prominence for me in Stranger Things. Great, great show again. And just got that humor horror, which I love, which is exactly what Beetlejuice embodies as well. Beetlejuice, man, they're bringing him back. I don't know what the premise of this one, loosely, again, going by very bleak memory here. The first one, Beetlejuice, was brought in, I do believe, to scare away some owners of a house where a dead couple was residing, and they felt that they needed his help. I did read somewhere as well, if I'm in my specs before doing the reaction, that Willem Dafoe is supposed to be in this as some sort of ghostly lawyer or ghostly some kind of dude. So I don't know. Willem Dafoe was creepy anyway. He got that maniacal laugh. Y'all seen him as the Goblin. We know we love him from Spider-Man 1 and, well, Spider-Man No Way Home. But so seeing him come in, that could be a cool Beetlejuice juxtaposition, however they play that off. Are we going to see more weird, more creepy? Are we going to see more worms and goop and fucking smoke and mirrors? And I don't know. I'm hyped up. Peter couldn't be here. I had to run this one, so I wish he was here because I know he would have a lot to say because he loved that movie as well. This is merely a teaser, merely a snippet, barely a piece of the pie of what we really want to see when it comes to theater. The movie's dropping in September, right before Halloween, right before Saw 11. And I know if you're not a fan, I'm sorry, but Saw 11, Saw franchise as a whole is my jam. So it's going to be quite a wacky, weird, and gruesome Halloween. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me for my trailer reaction and discussion for Beetlejuice. As always, if you want to support the channel, and we certainly do appreciate it, we are growing, if you would hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave me a comment down below your experience with Beetlejuice. Did you grow up with them? What did the movie do for you? How did the characters just help you relate in any way? Did you have fun watching it? And what do you expect of this new one? And will you be going to see it on day 1? And with that, I am the real Jussy of the Distorted Theorists. And like we always say around here, keep it real.